What is up, YouTube? What is up, Twitch? We are back.
Don't forget about iHeartRadio. Those of you out there taking this in the podcast form, or you know, just gonna acknowledge the sound waves blinking through the solar system. We're out there.
We out here. We are the Chords V Plugs podcast. I am Blizza81.
Big Red 773. And if you're listening to this podcast, you are the resistance.
Welcome back. I hope everybody had a great weekend. We got Sharon in the chat already. What's up, Sharon? Hope your weekend was well.
Welcome, Sharon. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're well. Exactly. Hope everybody's getting a little bit of sunshine. Seems like summer is finally here to stay.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Beautiful. Where
Tan
we
as fuck, boy.
I haven't worked on my tan yet, but it was beautiful. Set up the pool in the backyard, did a little bit of outside work.
Yeah, my pool is perfect. Absolutely perfect.
I'm just going through here. I'm gonna link the Discord in the chats right now.
So I think it was the beginning of the weekend. It had to, because we podcasted Thursday. So it was about Friday that George Floyd Square erupted in violence again over another shooting. And I was, thinking to myself, just man, Minnesota has not been this buck year to year since Kevin Garnett was up there. You'd think some of that kindness from Canada would drift down over the border, but that border's tight, son.
Yeah, the hate has that corner of the world tightened down.
Why
On
doesn't
both sides.
Canada why doesn't Canada take in Mexican, Central and South American refugees?
That's a good idea. I don't know.
Why
Do they?
why isn't Biden, bussing any of these guys up there? Is it just because their border's been locked down until I guess they're just starting to open back up. They're just going to start letting people go up there for playoff hockey. Letting actual teams fly up there and play.
It has been weird watching hockey games where if it's a home game in Canada, it's still an empty stadium.
Like
But
their economy has to be, how much money does hockey generate in Canada? At all levels, not just the NHL, but I'm saying like, how bad are they really hurting?
I don't
But
know. They've been getting paid. I believe Canadians have all been getting $2K a month since this started from the government.
where's that money coming from?
Oh,
Just
that's a whole
printing
different question.
printing more bills like they are down here. But I think Biden should ask Canada, Mr. Trudeau and others to help out with this refugee crisis that we seem to have on this continent.
Mr. Blackface himself, Mr. Trudeau.
It's basically it's as simple as this: that Canada could either take in refugees today or face the more or less invasion of the greatest threat facing democracy today, tomorrow, or the greatest threat to democracy, take them in tomorrow, because it ain't gonna be just the lefties talking about moving to Canada, not anymore. The tables have seemed to have flipped in that regard.
What would you call our show? What would you mainly call it? Like news and current events, basically? News, politics, current events?
Mostly. With a hint of some bullshit. I mean, this is just a stream, it's just our collective lives. Right. Tonight on Days of Our Lives.
Thinking of a way to describe it when I share it in the people's discords,
So we did have interesting development since our last episode. We we came up with starting the GoFundMe for AOC's abuela, and
To be clear,
yes, we have the timestamps. We're gonna end up getting into what ended up happening with that, because it turned into a pretty big story over the weekend. And I don't want to. I'm not going to point any fingers. We at Cords V Plugs are not, upset at all. We're flattered. We are quite flattered, and we are something of philanthropists ourselves. This has always been about Abuela, not us,
right.
not even AOC. But
Well,
definitely.
I know what happened afterwards, so I mean, you could talk them through.
Well, I
leading up.
got this like tweets and shit that I wanna actually show, like the timeline and shit, because it's actually pretty funny on Twitter. But it's there's some stuff that we'll get into before that. So
Right on.
unless you got something you want to get into, you could go ahead and do the screen share.
Well, nothing much really I want to get into. I mean, a lot of stuff has happened that we're going to get into through the news, but overall, the word of the day, the issues that I've heard the most about over the last couple of days have, like always, have been immigration, the our southern border, the issues we're having at our southern border, and China, of course. China, the situation with China and Taiwan, the situation with China and fentanyl. A lot of interesting discussions going on in the community here lately. It's been enlightening, to say the least.
Maybe I'll try to get something to go viral 2 episodes in a row and see if we can if I can get some big shark to steal Trudeau taking refugees.
Yeah, if we can get that movement started, could we spread out?
Let's see how far our reach really goes.
Let's do it. I'm down for that.
Because honestly, since our inception, we've come up with more than a few good ideas and shared them in a few places, and big Twitter personalities are, a minute or so, an hour or so after our show, like, man, we literally just fucking said that.
Yeah.
It's consistent.
Like, no joke.
Since our first fucking episode, man, ahead of the curve, ahead of the game.
And even outside of that, just our prognostication.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've called a lot of things that have happened over the last, this podcast or this show in its current form has been since January, right before the
I mean, we did start.
November.
We started in 2020. We did start last year.
Yeah. It was before the election for sure, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of the things that we've said we had a feeling were going to happened already, and are continuing to happen if they haven't yet. So we've been. I think our record's got to be fucking.
And you could definitely, if you're into keeping score, we're not keeping count, but definitely check out our Discord, and you can see where we were right, where we were wrong, and a lot of other things.
I'm just finishing up here right now. Give me 1 second, if you could. You want me to share the screen here, Ed?
Yeah, go for it. All right. So we've been getting into the changing of the narrative on this whole lab leak theory is now great again. We've been talking about the soon to be demise of Anthony Fauci. Seems like he's going to be exiting stage left quite fucking soon, and it's heating up, man. Day by day, we're getting a little bit more. I said in the Discord, I think it was probably last week, that one of the articles that came out, actually it was that Vanity Post article, which actually we are going to get into tonight, which is huge, a huge fucking article. They did some actual fucking journalism, which I haven't seen in well, since Assange was put away, but I said that I think that we are getting real close to the smoking gun. That shit seems to be snowballing right now, and it's happening.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the news just keeps on coming and keeps on coming at this point. More and more people are jumping off of paperwork that they signed in, February, March,
Mm-hmm.
and they're signing on to the idea that the possibility is ever increasing.
Wow, people are actually starting to trust the science, real science, not the ideology.
Yeah, not
Not just have
bu-
faith because this guy said so. This talking face said it.
yeah, this bureaucrat said that there's no possible way. Because that's what it all boils down to. You know what I mean? The one thing that we might not have covered in the last episode, I'm not sure, but there was the Fauci email with Daszak. The part that is um what do you call it? What do you call it when it's blacked out? What is that called?
Redacted.
Yeah,
Redacted.
redacted. The email that was redacted, the email exchange between Fauci and Daszak or Daszak, who that email exchange, it's redacted, and the reason for that redaction was listed as being involved in litigation of some sort. So as far as we
Yes, I
know,
did see that. Yeah, we did not cover that. But yeah, that's very very interesting. But yeah, litigation is interesting too because it's not under investigation because that would sort of give me pause a little bit because we here have absolutely zero faith in the alphabet boys.
yeah, yeah,
So
they,
litigation is a good sign.
so much to do for the FBI right now, huh? They got their own January 6th commission. They're investigating white supremacy. They're investigating Antifa and the violence that's supposed, any kind of political violence they're supposed to be investigating, right? Like,
Shit, they're probably investigating us for starting that fucking GoFundMe. So
yeah,
political violence against Abuela.
fucking for anybody out there that's unaware, philanthropists over here.
Mm.
We care about the betterment of all people, including AOC's abuela.
And stuff to keep track of because definitely got to keep your eye on these boys. They did threaten to fucking nuke us 2 weeks ago, and it seems to be they're taking the strategy of a 2-year-old, I guess, and just I know you are, but what am I approach.
Right. Right. A lot of people are failing to realize that the thing, like, even 6 months ago, you and I, the way we were talking about Taiwan, like, we were thinking that China was gonna fucking sail the boats across the strait and just land in Taiwan and attack it and take it. But the way that it's looking is that Taiwan is going down from the inside. They're just going to join China, but the position that's going to put our country in, you know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
Taiwan is responsible for a huge chunk of the microchip production. So if fucking China could actually take control of the production of technology, you know what I mean? The
Mm-hmm.
materials that are used in everything, then it's going to put us at a completely different position on the world stage. And if that happens,
China's
like if Taiwan just, the pressure is from within Taiwan. It's not from across the it's not really from military action at this point. You know what I mean?
very eerily similar to what's going on here, and we talked about in earlier episodes that China is basically taking over this country without firing a shot, and it seems to be,
Yeah, from the
well on their
inside.
way with Taiwan. And I just, have to stress that, you can resist. without firing a shot. You can win. This is why censorship and all this shit that they're doing is so important, because they need you to shun free thinkers. They need you to have faith in their science fucking puppets.
Yeah.
Because at any moment you could just say no, fuck you. Just like the fine folks in Europe did to their fucking vaccine passport. I thought for sure it was a lock. I thought it was a guarantee. And simple objection, peaceful objections, go about your lives, fuck you, and do what you're gonna do anyway. The American way, I guess there's a little American, a little bit of America over there in Europe. Got a little American in them.
Yeah. Yeah. Not enough, apparently.
Not enough, but
history.
Just a dash.
A little dash will do you sometimes. I'm going to see if I'm checking to see if Canada does take in Central American refugees.
Did you see this one? Klaus Schwab depicts Jack Poso, a plug, possibly an agent, but a plug, as being part of a foreign propaganda network, and calls for more AI-powered Chinese-like online censorship. Two bangers there. May or well may not be, could be considered foreign propaganda in, around the world, maybe, but calling for more AI-powered Chinese-like online censorship is fucking frightening.
Yeah. Just the thought of that, because it's not even like canceling people. It's like you'll never hear these ideas.
Yes. Yeah, it's literally black bagging, and it makes it all too easy to actually black bag somebody when you can never see or hear them. They simply never existed.
Right. Yeah, it's a whole different ball game. That is fucking scary. So it looks like Canada is not taking in any Central American or Mexican refugee seekers, asylum seekers, because they say it is almost impossible for a refugee to get to Canada because they would have to go through America first.
Wow. So the whole loophole there, huh? So, but we can't pull that on Mexico. That we can't say that Mexico, this is your problem because they have to get through you to get to us. Why doesn't that work for us?
And the question now is that it's unclear how Canada can continue to characterize the United States as safe for these refugees given the conditions at the detention centers. So our situation at our southern border is making it hard for Canada to say that it's safe to come to America at this point.
Why won't Trudeau do the right thing and give these people a home, some health care, some jobs?
That was 2018. I'm trying to find the actual numbers because I'm sure they do take in some,
Take in these refugees from Mexico, Central and South America today, or you're going to be facing these evil whites, with their jobs, and you'll be getting them tomorrow.
Yeah.
And nobody wants that. Nobody wants more white people. So take in the refugees.
Let me see here. I want to see what they do, period, as far as refugees.
Right. While you're looking that up, I'm going to play this video right here. This is June 4th. Biden taking his few questions from the media, not a press conference, an actual fucking press conference, just taking a little bit of questions like he does. And he was asked as he's leaving the room, are you confident in Dr. Fauci?
Right on. Let's roll with it.
Confident in Dr. Fauci?
Left the room.
Yes, I'm very confident in Dr. Fauci. Confident in Dr. Fauci?
The earpiece said, get your ass back in there.
Yeah. You better go fucking tell them something.
but wouldn't stick his face back in the fucking. Yes, I'm very confident. An afterthought. It's coming. The signs are there.
Apparently, in the year 2020, Canada took in 30,000 refugees from worldwide. 30,000.
Senator Hawley calls for Fauci resignation. Full investigation into the COVID-19 origins.
Yeah, let's get a commission going, huh, guys? You know, can we get a commission?
Anthony Fauci's recently released emails and investigative reporting about COVID-19 origins are shocking. The time has come for Fauci to resign and for a full congressional investigation into the origins of COVID-19 and into any and all efforts to prevent a full accounting. We'll see. Sounds good, but I don't have too much faith in them either.
Yeah.
They're just gonna get what get the new China narrative. This is what it is. This is what we're gonna go with now. It's just damage control at this point. Fauci's gonna seems like he's gonna go down for a lot of it. And on to Taiwan.
Oh man, gotta love it.
So here we have. Do we have? Here we go. We got the time. 12:22 p.m. Oh, this is the response already. I guess I got to go into the Discord to show the earlier ones because I was. Let me go to the tweets and replies because I was sending that shit everywhere.
Here, I'll go ahead and drop it until you get it back up. This is our the lead story of the evening. Philanthropists. This is if you were here for our last episode, then you know we were talking about setting up a GoFundMe for AOC's grandma, her poor abuela that's living somewhere else comfortably, but her family estate was it was I don't know how to hit by a hurricane, wreaked havoc upon by Mother Nature. And it's been sitting in a state of disrepair since then, apparently. So yeah, out of the kindness of our hearts.
You can bring it back up. Yeah, we on this podcast we came up with the idea. We ended our show later on that evening. I went and I made the GoFundMe. I'll bring that up and I'll put that on the screen so everybody could read it. And so I started sharing it. On CNN posts, Washington Post's fucking stories, just trying to get eyes on it. I was putting it on Ted Cruz's fucking posts all fucking morning. And then it was about 4 or 5 in the morning. I laid, actually it was earlier than that. It was like 3 a.m. Laid down for a couple hours, woke up, and the thing had some fucking traction. As you can see here, just a fucking random CNN story. AOC's too busy to assist her abuela self-therapy sessions resulting from literally almost dying January 6th is time-consuming, and security details are expensive, and AOC needs that protection from the biggest threat to democracy today. And there's the GoFundMe. Let's see, I'm going to have to do a different screen to share this. Let me share the next screen. So created 3 days ago. We got her wonderful post. So much concern for Abuela. It irked my heart. I had to do something for her because
Just for
Ms. Cortez is way too fucking busy.
go back up a little bit. Just for everybody out there that's not joining us with the video feed, we're looking at a picture of AOC's tweet that reads, "Just over a week ago, my abuela fell ill. I went to Puerto Rico to see her, my first time in a year because of COVID."
So sad.
It's horrible. This is her home. Hurricane Maria relief hasn't arrived. Trump blocked money for Puerto Rico. Just for reference, how long ago was Hurricane Maria? I could look it up if it's.
It's been about a year, if not, it's been over a year for sure. But why can't AOC?
It was September 2017.
Oh, it's been a fucking minute. Kids have gotten degrees since then. How much? I think Sharon's the one that brought it. That said that she should sell her Tesla so she could help Abuela.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about her salary. Her salary's probably right around 200K with the actual salary and then the daily stipends and stuff like that, plus the money she makes outside of her government capacity, which is probably double. I'd imagine she makes $500,000 a year. Easy. Pretty easy.
And then there are the sad pictures of Abuela's dilapidated home for 4 years. Where's Abuela been staying? Has she been sleeping on that chair right there?
It said, from everything I found so far, it says that she's been living comfortably and safely somewhere else.
Oh, wow.
So they're just letting her family property just fall into disrepair. All because supposedly money was blocked. Trump blocked money from Puerto Rico.
So here you could see me. Oh, bring it back up when you can. Here I am sharing it on Ted Cruz's post. Just going wherever I could get eyes on this thing.
What are the timestamps? When was the original? Like, when did you?
Oh, that's what I was actually. Yeah, I was looking for that. I did not see that.
What time did you make this reply right here? This is the first mention of it.
Okay. No, the first, there's one that's lower than that. $9:59 a.m.
Yeah, so 10 a.m. on the 4th, right?
Mm-hmm. But the GoFundMe was actually up for a couple hours before that. I fucking woke up once Twitter started getting action, and then I really started sharing it again.
Right.
So, yeah, all morning. As everybody can see, let me let my feeds catch up so everybody can see that. And here's some more. Daily Caller.
You were just hitting everywhere.
Yep. Anywhere that I could get some eyes on it, because I knew it was fucking good.
Did you hit Daily Wire at all? Because that's where Matt Walsh works, right?
CNN.
You're hitting COVID. COVID articles on CNN. Hey guys, check this out.
Yep. Discord TV, cat turd, a twofer on the Biden. Yes, I believe in Fauci video.
Whoop.
Barstool Chicago. Look at that beautiful beer snake. And I'm glad that I brought this video up. I did go to the doubleheader a couple weeks ago, and security was taking the beer snakes from people. They'd come and take like an 8-foot section, they'd get it going again. They'd come and take some of it until finally, they ended up reaching it from the first row all the way up to the concourse. And like, why is this a problem at the fucking at Kamitsky? Yeah, it's Kamitsky. Like, would you rather have 1 million cups all over the stadium or all the cups right here? Beer snakes are good for the environment. The shit's green.
Right.
And I think they got the memo. That's why security's sitting around and watching now.
Like, eventually, they're going to throw it on the field. That is pretty cool, though. We're saving you guys at least $1,000 in maintenance crew.
Shared it on Poso shit, and I actually started tagging Poso in it because I was like, "Hey Poso, can we get a My Pillow drive for Abuela? Like, can we get people to donate some shit using My Pillow code promo Poso? Like, let's get this shit going." And I'm really shocked that he didn't end up doing that. But then yeah, we're all caught up. And then also that morning, shout out to an earlier episode. The Chords v Plugs Bodega is up and running. We'll definitely show this off at the end of the episode, where you can get your "Clap You Dumb Bastard" shirts, perfect for USO shows and other patriotic events. 4th of July is coming up, so check out the Chords v Plugs Bodega.
Right.
There's a lot more to come.
The perfect attire for your 4th of July party. I'm very confident.
I started sharing the shirts a little bit. Where is this? Yeah, shared it to Rotella. Shout out to Mr. Rotella.
Glad to see him back.
Yep, absolutely glad to see him back. Gonna try to
he's a wild card, that one.
Yep, try to network with this man and hopefully get this guy on here for at least 5 or 10 fucking minutes. Try to build a little bit of a fucking network and expand communities. It only fucking helps. It only helps us. It only helps him. It only helps his viewers.
Shout out to Rotella Streams on YouTube.
So, and now here we fucking have it. $11:46 a.m.
Beat him by a solid hour.
As you've heard,
Documented.
Yep. We got the timestamps, baby. We have the receipts. As you've heard, AOC's abuela is living in a dilapidated home that was ravaged by Hurricane Maria. AOC is unable to help her own grandma for whatever reason. So I've set up this I've set up this GoFundMe campaign to save her home. Please give if you can.
Sharon, no, don't tell me that. She says he got another strike. He said he's done.
Wow.
Well,
he's got to get off the tube, man. He's
yep.
You have to learn how to talk in these new days, I guess, this new age of media and censorship. You got to learn how to dance around.
You know
come
what?
up with cutesy little terms.
Have you DM'd Rotella yet?
I have not.
You want to do it live? Since we just got this horrible news.
Rotella, don't go.
Just tell him.
I don't want to.
Mr. Rotella.
I could do it on my phone. I don't want to fucking. I guess I could just come back. Let's do it.
I'll drop screen so you can get through your sign in and stuff.
That's all right. Mr. Rotella. All right, what should we write?
What should we write, Sharon? We want to invite Mr. Rotella to join Twitch officially because, well, for one, he's
Please.
not banned here yet. Mr. Rotella, consider this the official invitation to join our podcast / show at your earliest convenience. In his last stream, I stopped in and I was in the chat asking him if he would like to join us on our podcast, and he said that in about a month would be the best for him. But seeing as how the world turns, should DM him, ask him if he's around to jump on stream right now. That would be interesting. That would be interesting.
Post the fucking the link to your YouTube.
I'll drop him a StreamYards right now. All he has to do is accept it and say yes on his phone. You know what I mean? You got you got the link. You can drop that same invite link into the DM. You jump on it right now. Could I get it by the 4th to rock in Nashville? Kevin asks.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm sure you should have fucking time. It's only the 7th. Yeah, you should definitely have time. I haven't ordered anything yet. I'm waiting to I'm getting my design retooled so it could be embroidered on a hat. Once that's available, I'll definitely order some samples and see what this shit looks like and how long it takes to get it and all that.
Let's go.
You could bring up the Twitter again. Let's get back to Mr. Matt Walsh and all these people just kissing his fucking ass about it too. So funny. So edgy. The Matt Walsh is a beacon of hope that the world needed in its dark hour.
Sharon's here, has her fingers crossed in the chat.
I do like this one though. Only a white boy asshole can turn a charity into a racist. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. There was a lot of that. There was a lot of hate, a lot of confusion out of the left, I'd say, over this story. They were confused. They're like, I really don't understand why this is a thing. Like,
well, on the right too, there's a lot of people on the right that were angry. Like, why are you giving money to our enemies? And philanthropy isn't for everyone.
Yeah, philanthropy is definitely not for everyone. I do have to admit, the right they do donate, and they do. I wouldn't even call it donating. I call it wasting money on purpose for tax reasons. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They excellent fundraisers.
Excellent.
They're definitely willing to throw some cash at a cause.
They will never leave you alone again. It's the simple truth of the matter. If you gave money at any point to the right, they are never going to leave you alone. For us working class folks, it's like the bill collectors. If you answer the phone once,
So here is when I started reaching out to Post. So I was like, fuck it. This guy wants to steal our thunder. Fine, I'm flattered. I'm fucking humble. Let's just see how big it can fucking get, because, we're going to take credit for it fucking regardless. This was us. This was all of us together, not just me and Blizz, but, you guys listening as well. This was our gimmick. And I thought for sure Poso was going to fucking launch a fucking My Pillow campaign for Abuela.
It would have worked. I mean, simple marketing would have told you that.
Mm-hmm. And I started I almost got sour, and I decided to take the high road, the highest of roads. Mr. Walsh, imitation is the best form of flattery. I am fucking flattered. It just renewed my motivation for this podcast. Let me feel like we're on the right track, that we've got something good here. We are fucking funny. I mean, I know I'm fucking funny, but like we know that we can bring the fucking goods, and if we just stay consistent,
Right. The
somebody
problem
will
isn't the
appreciate
funny.
this.
The problem
Yeah.
is definitely not the funny. The problem is that we're talking about such serious shit more often than not that it's hard to squeeze any humor in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Makes it more
That and
difficult.
being throttled on every platform that we can get this thing on.
Right. Humor being no humor has ever been PC. You know what I mean? So it
Yeah.
makes it really hard to skirt the lines, and we've dipped our toe in being cancelable, and we're trying not to. You're talking
Some more
about
merch.
shit, all right. Exactly. You want to come talk about some shit? We're just regular dudes bullshitting. We don't
Yep.
claim to be debate pros or former administration executives.
Or energy experts,
Right?
Twitch
No
energy experts.
No, I'm not a microbiologist. I'm not a economic advisor. None of that shit.
Just a critical thinking individual.
Right? You could think of me as Everyman USA.
People started donating Tesla payments to mock AOC, which I thought was pretty fucking clever. Like, I'm here for it. That's
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff.
that's how you troll a motherfucker for sure.
That's
So
kind
then-
of our mantra around here is left can't meme. And this is, just goes to show.
And then here I made my official statement that we won't complain about starting this yesterday on Chords Replugs episode 33. Go back and watch it if you weren't here for it. Now, I'm something of a philanthropist myself. This is about Abuela, not me. This has always been about Abuela. It wasn't about Abuela when AOC posted about it. Shame on her. Shame on her.
Right.
And as you'll see as this progresses, that this was never about Abuela anyway, because Matt Walsh ended up raising $50,000 over, like, I ended up saying like it ended up getting close to $100,000 in 3 hours.
And if it was really as she implied it to be in her messages, this would have been accepted with open arms, you would think, right?
If things were as truly dire as she said, and they needed all this funding, like, why would you not take this fucking money?
I wish Matt Walsh would have just changed it to other, the Puerto Rican natives that are in the similar situation that couldn't get out and be housed and fed somewhere else that was safe and secure.
Yeah, they definitely should have gave that money to fucking somebody. AOC should again be ashamed of herself for depriving people of this relief that she claims to be so fucking passionate about, and she's a fucking child.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you have that coming up on the timeline, but that's what happened. Was AOC or
it is coming
family
up.
member?
Yeah, it's gonna come up. I got all of that shit coming up.
We'll let it ride.
Here's an interesting tweet.
Says,
story.
Doesn't he work for Mr. Shapiro? He works with them, the Daily Wire crew. The guy that what was his name again? Matt Walsh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's in the Ben Shapiro crew.
Here we have another Fauci leak about them basically joking about the fucking pandemic and getting a fucking movie role. Millions of people died. You could possibly work with Brad Pitt.
It's to somebody else at the NIH.
I'll make it bigger.
And it says NIH ODI, which would imply that this is a scientist of some sort that he's sending this to?
I think she's sending it to him. Oh wait, no, yeah. He's sending it to her that you could play the role in the movie of my medical school girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, to a colleague it looks like, not like an actress or anything like that.
Yeah, be in my movie. Just make sure you drop by my office tonight. When everybody's out of here.
Yeah, this is April of 2020, just for context out there.
Just when the star of Anthony Fauci was rising.
You want to be in my movie?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna stick with my line. When I talked about Cuomo saying that he and Fauci are like De Niro and Pesci. Pesci's gonna die at the end of this movie. He's going down. He's getting whacked. It's the stars are fucking aligning for it. He's definitely.
We mean his career, though.
Yeah, exactly.
An allegory for his career.
Absolutely. I mean, but it's a shame. It's a shame that you can't just let a fucking joke ride these days. You have to fucking ruin jokes by breaking them down for the fucking layman. Yeah. If you don't get it, you're not supposed to fucking get it. You're not in the fucking in crowd. Be outraged. You're not everybody's supposed to fucking get it.
And I'm too old to say in Minecraft because fuck Minecraft.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Personally, I mean, the kids love it. Is that what it said, Sharon? It's that she was the associate deputy director of the National Institute of Health. That's who Fauci was suggesting should play his love interest. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's a big one. Microsoft Bing search was censoring image of the Chinese tank man during the anniversary of the Tiananmen Square. They're definitely, we know who they are. We know what communist regime is, all about censoring fucking media in their land and all over the world. Governments love rewriting history. And
thanks for the follow. I am Nacho Buddy Guy.
People complain about our history being fucking bullshit and not necessarily the fucking truth. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's anything that's fucking coming from it's all interpretation by the winning side, and just because they're letting you tear down statues and fix things that you may think are that need to be fact checked and need to be fixed. Shit like this is also fucking going on where it's just being rewritten, and the corporate oligarchs are going to wipe their hands. It's it's like corporate or institutional racism is this huge problem, but it's not the career politicians that have been in office for 60 years or these woke corporations that have been really perpetrating and funding this supposed shit. Yeah, it's not them. It's the little kid on the fucking street that made a mean fucking tweet.
Yeah, it's anybody that's
throwing a water bottle at Kyrie.
It's anybody that marginally passes as one race or the other. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's really what it's boiled down to, and it's fucking crazy. It's fucking craziness. Simple as that.
This image, man, the image of that man standing in front of this tank, it's fucking powerful. That shit.
Microsoft, they said that it was a. What did they say it was? It was a glitch. It was an accident.
Oh, wow. Another glitch. Another fucking coincidental glitch.
Yeah, probably algorithm, I'd imagine.
Wow. Or just a hack.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
But it alarmed me because this image, it speaks to me. It reminds me not to fucking go quietly into the night. It's one of the reasons that, one of the things that I think of when doing this fucking podcast is, fuck getting doxxed, go out and fucking say it. Don't fucking live my life and die never having said this shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Get the fuck out there, put my head on the fucking block and say it. Do it.
Do it.
Throw the rock at that tank.
That's I think we were like the last generation that had access to everything because journalism was still at least in the periphery pure. You know what I mean? You know what I'm kind of getting at? Like stories would get out still. They were still free enough to get out. Now it's like they'll get out, but they'll be so fucking watered down by, Kim Kardashian and fucking everything else going on. You know what I mean? Like 90 Day Fiance, YouTube as a whole. You know what I mean?
I mean, what also has a lot to do with it too is just, the overabundance of stimulation and information. Exactly. A story would come out back then and you'd have a week or two to digest it. And that would be the only thing you talked about for a while. And now it's just, there's a new thing every 5 fucking minutes. And people's attention spans are just, they're goldfish.
That's another one of the lesser acknowledged consequences of people not trusting the corporate media anymore too. You know what I mean? Because now people are looking for information because they just assume that people can't assume to just trust the mainstream media in quotation marks, bunny ears going on over here. But corporate media, I like to call it. You can't just assume that to trust them anymore, that people are looking in other places, and it's leading people that are seeking answers to fallacy as well. You know what I mean? Instead of being able to at least funnel people's attention to truth, it's like you're spreading sources out, and it's all over the spectrum as to what you could be told is the real, you know what I mean? The real story. The independent journalist and the citizen journalist probably has done a lot of harm in this time. Not nearly as much as the mainstream media, but you know what I mean? People looking for answers have found people that shouldn't have had an audience to begin with.
Yeah, I can definitely see and agree to that, but I don't think things have truly been that much different. It's just an overabundance of it now. There's always been fucking bullshitters. There's always been people leading motherfuckers astray for
right. And
ill gains or whatever fucking reason. It's just, everything is, everything's available. Everything, it's hard. It is harder to hide shit now. So the veil in many ways is lifted.
Yeah.
And, you're just seeing through the bullshit.
And in no way am I trying to say that information should be centralized or nationalized or anything like that. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. It's just that the profession as a whole has been discredited and discredited their damn selves, basically. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just sad, and the byproducts of that in where we are now, it's tangible. You know what I mean?
And we're definitely not taking steps to fucking remedy it. Because, you say anything against the narrative and you lose your fucking platform. There is no, hey, maybe we should investigate this. There is no investigation. It's, we say this, the narrative is this, you're fucking crazy, and you shouldn't be seen or heard from anymore.
What's up, Magusta? Welcome to the chat. Thanks for coming through again. Happy to see you.
I think we need to have, the information out there, even if it is fucking bullshit. It needs to be out there so you can see, hey, this is bullshit, not, send it to the fringes of the fucking internet where you sort of do give it a little bit of fucking credibility and base because, so really, why don't they want me looking at it? Why is it so fucking bad that I can't see this when you can,
Right.
There's actually shit that is allowed that's, just as fucking terrible, just as fucking harmful, if not fucking more.
Right. Yeah, no.
Information should never be fucking censored.
I totally agree. An informed populace is crucial to everything. You know what I mean? An informed population, an informed community, an informed family, an informed relationship. You know what I mean? When you really break it down, that's really what everything is based on, is having as much true information. You know what I mean? Because when you think about it, it's like you could only come up with a real solution if you're solving for the actual problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, you're just a quack in the medical field. You know,
Right. In any field.
treating.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but treating symptoms, not the cause of the fucking problems.
Right. Let's think of any problem. You know what I mean? Like,
Treatments, not cures.
yeah. Right.
Making shit manageable. Let's just live with this knife in our back.
Sharon says journalism is dead.
It is. And that's fine. They can go ahead and with the internet and everybody having, it's hard to keep the actual information out. The journalism's going to die, let it, but we cannot let fucking comedy die. We have to very least be able to fucking mock and heal from this shit.
I'm a little bit more optimistic. I think I don't think journalism's all the way dead, man. I think right now is actually like a golden opportunity, because people have a thirst for what actual journalism,
Yeah.
what people have a thirst for that. So if somebody can provide that, I think
there's a few on Twitter that I'm fucking with. It's not completely fucking dead yet, but
right.
You're not going to see them on any fucking major network.
And that's the next question, is like, are the existing systems going to provide for what do you call it? An environment where somebody can fill that public need. You know what I mean? Is it really a free market? The media.
Yeah, just I don't know. I just keep thinking of poor Julian Assange.
Yeah.
Just don't go too hard. Just don't really try to give us the news.
That yeah. That reminds me of that the Supreme Court decision about internet security.
Yeah, very fucking interesting.
I wonder what Julian Assange's lawyer has to say about that. You know what I mean?
New whistleblower laws, whistleblowing rulings coming down from the Supreme Court.
There was an interesting one today too. I'll talk about a little later. Everybody, if you're new to the chat, new to the show, new to the podcast, I'm gonna throw a Discord link in the chat here. Feel free to join the Discord if you want to jump on panel once we get through going through the news. This is usually what we do. Like through the first hour and a half, we'll go through the news stories that we took notice of during the week in between shows. And then afterwards, we'll just bullshit about whatever's going on. If anybody's in the audience, if anybody wants to jump up and talk about basically anything that's in the title, you know what I mean? Or whatever. Open to anybody in the community can come on and bullshit with us if you want.
So I sort of cheekily took this fucking guy's meme. Since he wanted to borrow from us, I figured I'd fix his meme for him.
It's sad that they didn't use that money for anything, really, you know?
Yeah, it really is, man. It makes no fucking sense. Here's a fucking story. I don't know if you saw this one. Speaking of Mr. Assange and the great work that he's done for fucking journalism, and WikiLeaks hopefully fucking lasts and lives on and never gets shut down. But FBI is demanding identifying info, including IP addresses and telephone numbers of people who read a USA Today article.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes. How in what shape or form does this fucking help them? Probably none. It's just a fucking power grab so that they can fucking do this whenever the fuck they want. You didn't see this one?
No. Yeah, I was just reading the actual, this section.
The subpoena, which was issued pursuant to 18 USC 3486, demands that Gannett produce records of Internet Protocol, IP addresses, and other potentially identifying information for computers or other electronic devices that access the news report between 8:03 p.m. and 8:38 p.m. on Friday, February 2nd, 2021. The subpoena states these records relate to a federal criminal investigation being conducted by the FBI and that Gannett is required to furnish them.
Can you scroll down a little bit in the chat right there in the WikiLeaks chat and see if they linked the actual article that
Isn't it this link right here?
No, it was in. Hold on, I'm looking at the
So
Twitch right now.
U.S. court docs.
Right where you were just at, where you had it open to full screen on the right hand side, it was the chat from that actual post. See. There's nothing interesting about the article itself. They're hunting one person specifically. So there's nothing specific. I mean, unless it has something to do with like a comment made.
This is the article.
All right, what is it?
FBI identifies 2 agents killed in Florida while serving warrant. And I was thinking, like when I first read the title of the article, I thought maybe it had something to do with one of the fucking pedo rings. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
So the FBI, for some reason, wants to know who accessed, or if this man in particular accessed this story.
No, they want to know. Yeah, I don't know about this. No, they didn't list any one person.
Demands that Gannett.
Gannett's the company. It's the media company. They have to produce the information. Gannett is the conglomerate.
What?
It is. It is the fucking case, dude. It's the fucking pedo case, dude. We covered that shit live. Remember is it the dude like the dude that took down all those guys? Remember he took down that big huge fucking pedo ring and then ended up getting shot in the fucking head? No way. It is him. I think this is gonna be fucked. It was bothering me. I didn't end up actually reading the fucking article. I just had a gut fucking feeling that it had to do with the fucking that FBI agent that was fucking shot in the head doing the fucking child fucking exploitation case. Oh, here we go. Early Tuesday, the suspect died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. How convenient. Authorities were investigating whether the suspect had cameras rigged at his apartment to provide an outside view. 6:04 a.m., FBI and officers from multiple agencies were serving a warrant at the Water Terrace apartment complex in Sunrise, Florida, when the suspect inside started shooting. Suspect was not identified and barricaded.
What's happening, Eisenhower? Thank you for the follow. Apparently, I don't have my stuff set up the right way because it just came up in the chat instead of like popping up with the cool Chris Farley face that I had thought I saved. But thanks for the follow either way.
I'm trying to get the name of the guys that were fucking killed to see if it's that dude that fucking did that huge sting. Do you remember talking about that?
Not off the top of my head, but
so it had to be this because the dude was barricaded in the fucking house. Some FBI agent, he did this huge fucking child trafficking sting and took down like hundreds of fucking people, saved a shit ton of kids, and he was killed before, like this was leading up to the election. And I can't find the agent's fucking name in this article. Where the fuck are their names, man?
Right here.
Special Agent Alphen and Special Agent Schwarzenberger. It might be that fucking Alphen guy.
I'll have to look into this. But yeah, just to subpoena the media company to see who watched a news program in relation to a case of an FBI agent being shot. That's the story here.
Did I end up not sharing the screen on that article?
No, I had it up. You just
Okay.
dropped it.
All
So
right.
drop
All
the
right.
whole thing.
Okay. Yeah. Let me go back to the Twitter.
I don't even know if we should go any further with that. I mean, that was just news stories, but I don't want to break TOS with you know, the subject matter. I think would be the
the way to say it.
yeah.
This is definitely pretty scary because why? What are they looking for? What are they really looking for? People, accessing that article immediately. Was the article bait?
So what is the case here? How can people look this up on their own right now? You know what I mean? To find the actual case file where this is.
It's him, dude. It's him. It's the dude that took down the site on the dark web. You don't remember talking about this at all? I completely fucking remember this shit. I think Sharon's the one that fucking told us about the ring that he took down.
I vaguely remember it, but I don't.
It's just very fucking strange to me that this is that fucking article, and I knew it. Something fucking clicked immediately, and I suspected that it was this guy's case, this agent. Yeah, this dude was a hero, man. This guy saved lives. This is just weird that people that access this story now are gonna be put on another list, and
I mean,
wow.
we access.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm getting at.
If you
Is
watch
like
news during these times.
If you actually pay attention to the fucking news and actually give a fuck about stuff like this, children being fucking harmed, like, oh, we got to know who these folks are, these folks that are watching, and pay attention to this so we can get them out of the populace and make all this go away. Season 2 of Cuties is coming out.
Sharon says she remembers.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's fucking nuts. Definitely going to keep our eye on this to see, because I said there's a deadline.
Sharon said it had to be bait.
Yeah, it had to be bait, which is even more fucking interesting. Like, what are they doing, and who are they fucking going after? It's crazy because I don't believe, I'm not believing the FBI's fucking reasonings for what the fuck they're saying. There's always something more. There's always something that they're not fucking telling us.
That's why I was saying that case in particular, where that excerpt came from. Like, what is the case involving the Gannett being subpoenaed? You know what I mean? What is it?
Because they have the IP addresses. They want Gannett to release the IP addresses and phone numbers of the people that whoever clicked on that fucking link during that time. But yeah.
But why else would they even be interested in it unless like I said, somebody maybe had left a comment in the comment section or something on that? You know what I mean? Like, why would the FBI be?
Yeah.
Why would it be acceptable for the FBI to subpoena that kind of information? You know what I mean? Like, it implies that somebody somehow interacted with it that implicates that person that they're looking for. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
It's a weird.
You would hope. You would hope that
you
would hope that they would have something like that, but I don't think. I don't have the feeling that that's the case.
And just to bring it on back to Buckeye, this is just bullshitting. We are not. I am not a lawyer. I never played one on TV, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. So this is all just my interpretation. I'm not trying to You know, someone's gonna clip some shit like I fucking made some strong ass determination.
I'm just asking questions. I'm just thinking out loud, and my opinion is to keep an eye on this. I'm gonna be keeping my eye on this because this is, just more government fucking overreach, more FBI fucking overreach, where they don't want to, your information is just, I guess, free for anybody. I guess, this is the opposite of what we talk about, being paid for your information. We've talked about that a few times, like actually profiting off of your views and your clicks. This is government more or less going the opposite route, where your screen goes both ways and we see what the fuck you're looking at all fucking times, to log in with your fucking ID and your vaccine passport to access this link.
Right. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to. Man, we're being confronted with so many problems right now. You know what I mean? Like all it took was one fucking, I don't even want to say a roadblock or speed bump or anything like that, but you know what I mean?
A stumbling block?
Yeah, like one fucking down tree. You know what I mean? A big obstacle. It's all it took, and we stumbled. We were not nearly as prepared for anything as we as a culture thought we were. You know what I mean? As a world population, even. I mean, fuck, Italy got destroyed. India got destroyed. You know what I mean?
Yale professor gives a lecture, The Psychopathic Problem of the White Mind. Talks about she fantasizes about unloading a revolver into the head of any white person.
In Call of Duty?
Yeah. Oh, in Yale. She said this in Yale.
That's great. Yeah. This is where we are, guys. This is where we are. People that want to talk about this shit doesn't happen. It's not real.
And also, she could say this shit in Yale to young minds, minds that are being ready to be influenced, minds. We can't talk about it though. We can't quote her or paraphrase her.
So
it's outrageous.
Just to bring this one on home, a psychiatrist lecturing at Yale's Child Study Center spoke about doing those things, about fantasizing about doing those things. I want to just be clear, a psychiatrist from Yale, at Yale.
What's the greatest threat to democracy today again?
I don't even want to talk about it.
Shout out to Skittles for just in time for White Boy Summer.
Hip Hop Thinker says white pride Skittles. # white pride Skittles. Are you serious?
Look what they did to their rapper for LGBTQ month. So it's a little bit fucking much. They have to be fucking mocked for it.
Yeah.
Throwback. Speaking of, journalism not being dead, Alex Salvi, definitely a fucking journalist, definitely out there doing the fucking work and getting the fucking good stories out there.
That person, the heart of that person. You know what I mean? Tank Man?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for sure. Zero fear, man. Zero fucks. Doing this shit for not just my kids, not just my family, my personal reasons, for fucking humanity. Do everything that we all do. It should be, with the human fucking race in mind, the future of all of our fucking generations, because nobody says that we have to blow up this fucking rock or fucking all fucking, it has to end here.
Everybody out there could notice that he doesn't have a helmet on that says press and a riot shield either. a homemade fucking
Yeah, a garbage can lid.
piece of wood. No gas mask. He was just out there.
So Matt Walsh decided to take another little shot at me, at us. If you guys noticed earlier, I fucking, I responded to his tweets, to his post saying, we're not going to complain. We're something of philanthropists ourselves. A couple hours later, this guy changed his Twitter bio to add philanthropist. So you tell me. That's all I'm saying. You've seen the timestamps. You tell me.
Something of a philanthropist. Little Mama says, protect and guide the children.
Fucking Matt Walsh. What a guy.
Thanks for coming. Go ahead,
I was just saying, make philanthropy great again. That's the goal.
Thanks for coming back, Little Mama. Glad to see you in the chat.
That's what we're here for. Welcome back. And I did get him with this one. The fucking philanthropy. I said, Cords V Plugs completed that feat no more than 2 hours ago. New NIH emails, which showed that there's even more funding for the Wuhan lab that was originally thought. It was like $826,000 in funding for the Wuhan lab for gain of function research. I think they were like, what were they saying? I think it was like less than $500,000. They were saying that was the original estimate for the funding spent.
Yeah, that's over 6 years. 2014. Is that when Obama shut it down here? Does that line up like calendar wise? You know what I mean?
That's interesting. We're going to get to I think I fucked that up. We're going to get a clip of Fauci talking about reopening gain of function research in a little bit.
Oh, of course. He's probably going to blame the pause on the research for this happening in the first place, I'd imagine, right? If you would have never stopped us doing it up until now.
And here we have, we do have to finish up the AOC update. We have the official statement from GoFundMe. A person in Abuela's family reached out and said that it made it clear that they will not be accepting the money. Who do you think that is? You think Abuela said, I don't want this money? Or you think some crazy fucking self-centered granddaughter decided that we cannot let this fucking be seen,
AOC probably just had her people do it at this point, I'd imagine.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? She probably didn't even call Abuela.
It's the Turks.
Safe to assume. Dear Matt, your GoFundMe has been shit canned.
Sad, man. Sad. It really, I it struck me. She did a good job of, alerting everybody to Abuela's situation, and all for nothing. What the fuck? What was the point of her making that fucking tweet? If she's not going to take the money, she should delete that fucking tweet.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that money should have went fucking somewhere. For sure. On top of it, they should have definitely took the money and donated it to a fucking, buy somebody's fucking home, fix somebody's fucking house with it. Because, you're going to just, come out and admit that, yeah, it really wasn't that bad for Abuela. She's staying at the Ritz, but, fuck everybody else, though. Thanks, AOC. Well, I'm gonna pop this up here because this is fucking hilarious. There was a a Doge or a Bitcoin fucking conference in Florida over the weekend.
So we're really excited about the talk.
We had a little bit of an incident.
All right, I don't know what. Emma,
Love it,
so we're
man.
really excited about the talk.
I have a really important announcement to make.
Dogecoin to the moon.
So mad because I'm like such a big Candace Owens fan, and she fucking ran with it. Like this was our moment, man. It was for Abuela. It was all for Abuela. Got to stick with that. But man, could have. Hey AOC, when are you gonna run for president? Could have got shit rolling here. But next one, we're gonna get the next one.
Oh, I didn't see this yet.
Oh, you want me to put it on? Yeah, I'll definitely
let's
play
do
this.
it. How long is it?
Citizens of the world.
Let's get it.
155. Yeah, I guess I'll let it play first and then I'll fucking get into it. So Anonymous, like we've talked about the narrative. The narrative is fucking all anti Elon Musk. I'm sure it has nothing.
Wait. The narrative?
Yes. I'm sure it has absolutely nothing to do with the Chinese run media or Jeff Bezos trying to launch his own space fucking program. I'm sure it has absolutely nothing to do with either of those fucking people. But here we have, let's see what Anonymous has to say.
This is a message from Anonymous for Elon Musk. For the past several years you have enjoyed one of the most favorable reputations of anyone in the billionaire class, because you have tapped into the desire that many of us have to live in a world with electric cars and space exploration. But recently your carefully created public image is being exposed, and people are beginning to see you as nothing more than another narcissistic rich dude who is desperate for attention. It appears that your quest to save the world is more rooted in a superiority and savior complex than it is in actual concern for humanity. This has been obvious to your employees for a long time, who have faced intolerable conditions under your command for years. It is also obvious to the young children working in your overseas lithium mines, which are destroying the local environment as well. You have been open about your willingness to stage coups in order to install dictators in places where your toxic products are being mined. You have even prematurely crowned yourself Emperor of Mars, a place where you will be sending people to dust. Your fanboys overlook these issues because they are focused on the potential good that your projects can bring to the world, but you are not the only show in town, and your competition is growing more intense with each passing day. There are plenty of other companies working on space exploration and electric vehicles. You are just the only CEO who has gained a cult following through shitposting and trolling the world on social media. In fact, many people are now learning that the vast majority of Tesla's income doesn't actually come from selling cars, it comes from government subsidies, selling carbon tax credits for your innovation with clean energy. This technically isn't your innovation though, because you aren't actually the founder of Tesla, you simply purchased the company from two people much more intelligent than you are, Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning. Tesla has also made more money holding Bitcoin for a few months than they did in years of selling cars. It is also more than likely that this Bitcoin was purchased with money from these government subsidies.
Yeah, because he had absolutely zero fucking money, I just want to know, where the fuck have these bums been the last 4 years? Let me be the first one to say, fuck off, Anons. That shit was clown shoes to me. Absolutely fucking clown shoes, man. Literally going out and say, "Oh, you have competition. There's competitors now." It's like a fucking commercial. It's a commercial for the new Ford fucking pickup truck for fucking Blue Origin. The timing is fucking everything. And
That's what I was just about to say, that I feel like Ricky Bobby sometimes when we're just having a conversation. I have to, thank, what did Ricky Bobby, when he was eating dinner, he was contractually obligated to thank KFC and Mountain Dew for supplying Thanksgiving dinner. You know what I mean? I feel like because we're on Twitch as well, we have to we're contractually obligated to fucking congratulate Bezos with Blue Origins. That's basically what this is. It's like a what do you call it? Millennial advertisement for Bezos.
Yeah,
It's like
absolutely.
the new level of commercial.
Didn't all of Anonymous go to jail a few years ago? Isn't like that the reason why we haven't really seen them the last 4 years? Because the actual Anonymous is locked up.
I have no idea, dude. I know it was a group at the beginning. It was a group of people, and then it just became like a real loosely knit collective of fucking hackers, so to speak, or whatever.
Oh, where the fuck they been, man? Where you been, bros?
I am Nacho Buddy. Welcome to the Discord too. I saw that you joined the Discord earlier. Appreciate it. Welcome to the public square. Nacho Buddy says there are some decent competitors hitting the scene. One in Canada and another in China.
And I think that's fine. I don't think that Elon Musk ever set out for. Well, maybe he probably are these cars going to go 0 to 60 in 2 fucking seconds, like the new one that he's fucking dropping? Because I don't think.
Actually, I heard that. Who was it? It was Lotus, I believe, is dropping a new electric sport that's like 2,000 horsepower or something like that.
Yeah, this new car that Tesla's putting out, it's like you get like a SpaceX fucking edition, and it has, I guess he's calling it like a fucking rocket booster.
Yeah, of course, Elon Musk is gonna make his engineers design a fucking literal flamethrower out of the back of the fucking electric car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, I don't think that he got into making fucking Tesla to be the number one fucking car company in the world. He did it to push the fucking innovation and to get all these fucking assholes to get their hands out from under their asses. And he did that. It was a huge success. And either way, that fucking he didn't just do that. He didn't just make the electric car. That fucking autopilot shit is genius and so far ahead of its fucking time, you know?
Basically everything, because when you really get down to it, like none of the systems from the conventional cars before electric, you know what I mean? Like even the air conditioners, you know, the pulleys that run the air conditioners, that run the power steering, all that stuff it's not inherent in an electric motor. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So everything had to be designed from scratch, which is where the work had to be put in at.
China wants Mars. I saw an article a couple days ago talking about how valuable the dirt on Mars could actually end up being. It's just fucking like mineral content and shit like that, and it's all adding up to me why people want to make sure Elon isn't the first one there. It's all starting to add up.
I like the competition though. Like,
I've got no problem. I've got no problem with it either. But
like the competition part shouldn't be the problem here.
Exactly. Yeah. This guy isn't out shitting on fucking Bezos or anybody else. You know what I'm saying? He's congratulating
granted like the federal grants. You know what I mean? He still has to get the grants. He still has to be awarded the contracts. It's not like he just has the fucking run of shit. People, I mean, Elon Musk, he might not be the innovator that some people think he is, you know what I mean? Because he has just acquired companies at the right times, put the work in, and then flipped them over, you know what I mean? But like, got to give him credit. At the very least, he knows how to get people to finance his fucking ideas. You know what I mean?
That's in a key way. That is how innovation happens, but also like how streamlining shit happens. You know, you will invent something, and you'll have some. You know, you spend your whole life working on something, and somebody that'll walk in that has seen it for 5 minutes, a fresh pair of eyes, and be able to fucking fix a problem or just simplify something. And I think that's exactly what he does. You can't knock him for buying other people's shit because he's making it better. He's making it,
Exactly.
producing it faster, better, fucking
Well, just moving the chain. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Moving the chain.
Elon definitely pushes innovation, and the next article that I shared here was a Washington Post article. Opinion: Why aren't we talking about UFOs? Why aren't we taking them more seriously? And I tweeted out that Jeff Bezos' blue beam makes Elon Musk go brrr.
Right? That's probably that competitor from Canada that I am not your buddy guy's talking about. He's like, we're right there. We're just
Yeah,
quiet.
no shit,
We're more
right?
reserved.
Trump was back in the news this fucking weekend, and
Yeah, he gave a
he was
speech.
he was talking about our favorite article,
Mm-hmm.
the Time
the
magazine, about the shadow campaign. Yeah, he mentioned our favorite article.
Here's a little shout out to Mr. Rotella. For everybody that knows, Joe Biden has the most votes in history. You know, the guy with the most votes ever.
Yeah, the most popular president in history. Yes. Another one. Another big boom in Iran.
What is this? Oh yeah, that was the steel mill.
Yeah, now a steel mill. Their whole fucking infrastructure seems to be getting blown the fuck up by somebody.
This was at Joey Most Votes. Exactly. Hashtag Joey Most Votes in the chat. I'll spam it with you, Sharon. Go ahead, Red. Just had to jump in there.
It's just keeping my eye on what's going on over there in Iran, because I am well aware that they're definitely dealing with, they're going to have another revolution over there on their hands soon. That those people are starting to fucking.
That's why they're so aggressive too. You know what I mean? It's been building. I am not your buddy guy says, didn't they lose their largest Navy ship due to a fire as well? Bunny Ears fire.
They lost their largest Navy ship. They had one of their huge oil refineries. I think they lost like a quarter of their fucking oil or their oil production. Now a fucking steel mill.
Yeah, not to mention the general. They lost a General Soleimani. They lost one of their head nuclear scientists to a remote control car.
Yeah, no shit.
Let's not forget everything that's going on in Iran behind the scenes, guys. That's craziness, though. I still think about that the official story on that is that it was unmanned, that's as far as I want to go, I guess. Unmanned. No, it's crazy.
Yeah, the business is booming as it has been.
Booming and a bombing simultaneously.
Do you know someone that's been banned by Twitter? I do. My partner.
I have personally been banned on Twitter, and our good friend Rotella Streams. No, he's been blocked a couple of times on Twitter. I think he's back though, right?
He has been back. Well, you guys should rest assured that those bans should be lifted, and should be weaned off soon, right? Because Twitter declares it's a human right to access social media.
Do they?
Social media is a human right. It's what they claim.
So Twitter declares it is a human right to access social media despite banning Trump and conservatives. That's what Pasobic tweets. What's the story say? Twitter's statement responded to Nigeria banning it from the country after the social media giant deleted a tweet from President Muhammadu Buhari. So also they blocked a single tweet from the president, and the country banned Twitter completely from the entire country.
Wow. If only. And I'm not even a fucking Trump guy. And I'm the little bit that I did start to like him, like, maybe. It's all going back the other fucking way now. I'm full back. My stance has been renewed. My original stance that there's absolutely no shot of this guy being a fucking
and I have
any sort of hope.
I have absolutely zero information about the government or the administration or the character of Muhammadu Abari, but there's no reason that shouldn't have happened here.
If he, unless this guy literally called for a group of people to go beat somebody up like they're Andy fucking no, he shouldn't be fucking censored, unless it's like some of the shit coming out the Ayatollah's mouth. It shouldn't be fucking censored. Like, dude, if it's not harming anybody, let the fucking shit out there. Let the people decide if this guy's batshit crazy or not.
I am Nacho Buddy Guy says, did you see what DeSantis did with big tech censorship? Like recently? Was there something new that happened since I think the latest thing I heard that DeSantis did was the $5,000 fine for anybody that forced vaccination cards, like to see a vaccination see a vaccination card for a cruise. That was the last thing I heard.
He's been busy. He got one of the cruise lines to completely fold and fucking get their asses back to work.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That they were saying that they were going to start to get back to work. They were saying that they were going to require a vaccination card, and he said that every single person that they asked to provide a vaccination card is a $5,000 fine by itself. But that's as far as I know about anything recent with him and big tech. I know he's been passing things in the not so distant past, No, people are getting their Twitters reinstated.
Oh, Blizz, you got to move to Florida so you can get back on Twitter.
Right? Fuck it. Maybe I should.
I did notice
about buying an RV. I was a tattoo artist for a couple of years. I should just buy an RV, a big pop-out RV, and just go cross country while everything's so slow and the people are off the road. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Go see the fucking country and settle in Florida, become Florida man.
Yeah, I think I did see his what he did with women's fucking sports, and we came up with a pretty good fucking solution to that problem. And I just, the people on the right need to get with the fucking times. If this dude really plans, thinks that he has a shot, or his followers think that he has a shot at being on a presidential fucking ticket, they gotta stop thinking a little bit so emotionally and being so deeply upset by. People are going to do weird shit. It might seem weird to you, but people are going to do what the fuck makes them happy. And we all got to learn to fucking get along with each other.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
I mean,
acceptance, I think, is the biggest thing that the right can learn. Just to accept the state. Like, you don't have to support it, but you have to accept other people's fucking reality. Yeah. You know what I mean?
There's a simple solution to the fucking transgender fucking sports thing. It's you have your boys league, your men's league, your women's league, and you have your optional fucking trans league. We talked about you could start this thing and go all the way up to fucking pros. You're basically creating an entirely new fucking market. You do the same thing with the fucking locker rooms. You got your boys locker room and girls locker room. You have the fucking trans locker room. Everybody's fucking comfortable. How could you fucking complain about it? Right. You know what I'm saying? How could you have any fucking problem with it? The boys and girls want to play together. We have a fucking league for that. And then we have our competitive leagues for just, people that can compete against, fair competition.
Well, the highest form of the competition, you know what I mean? The highest level. I mean, that's like we talked about before. Those are the two options that just throw themselves at you. You know what I mean? Is start a third league or get rid of the second league that sucks anyway. You know what I mean? Just have one league. Everybody.
Well, I mean, you don't
that.
want to do that. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to do that in fucking college. But yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure.
Not college,
I get what you're saying.
College,
yeah,
like the
but yeah,
pro
you're saying like
leagues.
ditch the WNBA and do a fucking mixed league.
Just
It
one.
probably
NBA.
would make some money. I mean, I'm thinking of baseball. You know, baseball, soccer. You could definitely do fucking soccer.
Yeah, and I'm sure that there's going to be people of any persuasion that are willing to go to the lengths to be the best of the best. You know what I mean? And that's where they are. Is that league? That's where you go if you're the best of the best, regardless of what you identify as, what you know, if you've gone through with, you know, your surgeries, then whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? It's one spot. There's one landing pad.
If the right is going to win over these 20 to 40 million new refugee citizens, they're going to have to get with the fucking times and join us in the 21st fucking century.
For sure. And again, that doesn't, like, even to like the people that just refuse to move on. I know that there are like certain iterations of religion or certain interpretations of religion that like hold people back from just even acknowledging the existence of anything. You know what I mean? That don't want to accept it in any form in their ideas of their society. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be kind of vague, but still hit the point here.
It's so foolish to me because the only constant in this existence is change. Right. You cannot fight it. There's no way to win. There's no fucking way to beat it.
But the answer is just like we tell the socialists, like, go start your co-op, do it. You have the freedom to do it. Like, if you believe that so strongly and your principles are so ingrained, then
if you build it,
then
people
build
will come.
that somewhere. Yeah. Go ahead and build it. You know what I mean? But don't poison the well for the big well. You know what I mean? You don't have to accept anybody else's differences in the way they live their lives. It's not up to you anyway.
Makes me think of Paul McCartney and the vegan lunch he tried to fucking force upon us. Paul McCartney sings a song called Let It Be, but won't let the people setting up his concerts be. Makes us eat vegetarian tacos, which is all just vegetables and hydrogenated oil, fake cheese.
Yeah, you have no choice. This is what's provided. But I mean,
man, you wrote the fucking song.
Even the people that like just won't accept it, like if they want to just do their thing, then do their thing. But you have to realize that the world has moved past that, and it's getting ready to move past something we haven't even thought about yet. You know what I mean? There's going to be something else that's phased out right after this. Like there always is. You know what I mean? The world is going to keep on evolving. Hopefully it starts showing signs in the positive. In the near past anyway, it hasn't shown anything positive. I'd say in the last 50 years, it's gotten a lot better. But in the last 5, it was starting to get better. You know what I mean? I'd say 10 years. In the last 10 years, the last 5 were starting to get better. And then boom, that fucking tree in the road.
That old stumbling block.
Yeah. Little mama says, if you want to go anywhere, you got to get the shot or stay home.
Shit.
Nope. Not going to do it. I'm a rebel at heart. I've spent my whole life being antisocial. So telling me that I'm not allowed to, you know, that I'm not allowed to participate in society. It's like, little did you know, I never really did participate in society. You know what I mean? I fulfill my civic duties. I pay taxes, I vote, and I fucking pay for the military. You know what I mean? I pay taxes. That's what it is. Everything else is my life. I am not your buddy guy said Morrissey did the same thing. Yeah, Morrissey. Didn't he stop a concert because they had a hot dog truck out front of the fucking venue? Wasn't that a thing? He's such
Mhm.
a fucking crazy vegan.
It was a disaster for us, dude. The entire crew, we all got sick like an hour after that lunch. Every toilet inside the fucking Green Bay Stadium was being used. And they didn't fold. Like, they acknowledged that they fucked us up and that they could not serve us vegan lunch. We needed some fucking actual protein and sustenance. So we had peanut butter and banana sandwiches for the rest of the week. That was our option. Thanks, fuck Paul McCartney. And we've been saying it ever since. It's one of our mantras.
Yep.
This story here sort of ties into something that Blizza posted in our Discord today. Leading up to the election, I called for Biden to basically usher in a pedo renaissance. And in the Discord, Blizza shared a story that how sex crimes upon children have skyrocketed from 2019 to 2020. Possession, manufacture, distribution of child pornography is up from 16 million counts to 21 million. Sex trafficking, I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, cool.
11,000 up to 15,000. Huge increases. And he says, Blizza said, "I'm disgusted. You were right, Red." I commented, "I wish I wasn't." And here we have, continuing with that theme of Biden's pedo renaissance that has been continuing since he was, since he got the most votes in history. Biden waives FBI background checks for caregivers at child migrant facilities.
What in the fuck?
Why? Migrant children are infrastructure. Joe Biden, probably.
That's craziness.
Right? Where the fuck is the logic other than giving people a fucking chance to do some fucking disgusting shit? You're too fucking easy. Making it too fucking easy, man.
I wonder if that's, child migrant facilities, when you phrase it like that, you'd think it would be the border and the halfway houses they go to.
Yeah.
So
just anybody can come on in there. If we lose a couple kids, oh well. A couple fell off the back of the truck.
It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And because you gotta, this is what I'm saying, this is what I was getting at, is that you gotta think that anybody, the employer of the people here, have got to be federal employees, right? They've got to be ICE agents. They've got to be Border Patrol agents.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Through fucking multiple background checks, Homeland Security, all that shit.
We want them to get background checks. Support them. You know what I mean? Like, that is a good agency, an agency that does a real lot of good for this country, and we think you should even background check them further. You know what I mean? That's really what we're arguing for. So anybody that has any problem with us saying that this is not a good idea,
just watch, just wait 6 months, and we'll let some more numbers come out.
Yeah, Jesus.
Christ. Just wait. You think it's bad now, just wait. Or you don't think it's bad at all. Just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Here's Dr. Fauci talking about lifting the ban on gain-of-function research, the P3 framework that was not allowed or not followed for the Wuhan lab.
Yeah. This is what we talked about in the last episode a lot.
Yes. Anyway, so let me just go on about NIH lifts funding pause on gain-of-function research. So let me explain this a little, because whenever this comes out, there's always the pushing back and forth from the press. So like NIH now is...
And this was January 2018, mind you.
No, as a matter of fact, it's exactly the opposite. So a framework has been now established to guide funding decisions on proposed research that might be anticipated to create, transfer, or use enhanced potential pandemic pathogens. The program, everybody has to have a neat little name to it. This is called P3CO. So if you hear about P3CO, it's potential pandemic preparedness, care, and oversight. Now, why is this different from everything
Why
else
is
we've
this
been doing?
different?
It's different because remember the trouble we used to get in when someone would do an experiment, they would submit it to a journal, and just as it's getting ready to go out, everybody would start scrambling around, should we be publishing, should it not? So we decided to go upstream from that and talk about decisions that are made by government funded. Remember, we have no control over things that are not funded by the government, but in government funded activities to guide the funding decision before you actually do the experiment. I don't think this is going to be foolproof. Things are going to slip through, but I think this is a much better approach than we've had before. Okay, neglected tropical diseases, just to bring you up to date.
Very interesting. So instead of letting, the story come out, through the media, what we're doing, and you guys, complain and expose that we're doing some very dangerous fucking research, we're just going to go around that. January 2018. The smoking gun's coming, man. This was just 8 hours ago this morning. Every day a little bit more, a little bit more. Wonder if it's Bill Gates that's leaking all this shit right now. He's taking somebody out with him. Upstream, circumvent, for sure. Bypass. Rare genome sequencing almost certainly proves COVID was deliberately made in Chinese lab before it leaked to the world. Another expert study makes bombshell claim from the Daily Mail. It's not going to go away. I know a lot of people on the left, including Mr. Fauci, probably praying that it fucking goes away.
Yeah, I was in on that story earlier too. That the one you were just showing from the Wall Street Journal. That's it's a op-ed. That's the people in the op-ed are talking about a study that just came out, and they're talking about the CGGG combination. And I know that I've talked about this on this show a few times already.
The proteins?
Yeah, the proteins.
Absolutely.
The spike proteins, the CGG, the CG. I'll put it in the chat. CGGG to CGGG connection. That it does not appear in any other coronavirus. Period. It just does not appear.
Simply not natural. It's that simple. Trust the science, folks.
Right. And we're not saying, I mean, it could just form. I mean, it could, but the odds now have shifted.
It's very unlikely, and all we're saying is should be an investigation,
and that's
probably
not
just a World Health Organization or investigation.
Fuck
should be a full fucking audit into what the fuck happened, so that something like if this truly is this terrible fucking pandemic and this deadly fucking virus that only kills 1% of people, whatever. But shouldn't we try to make sure that nothing like this ever fucking happens again? We should, investigate all fucking avenues. Shouldn't we? For like all these people that died, CNN had that ticker remembering all these fucking people. Isn't it our responsibility to make sure something like this doesn't happen again? And we get to the fucking bottom of every fucking thing.
We're the ones, right? We're the fucking ones that are spending all the money on research and development and carrying the cost of the world in healthcare on our backs. This is what we were supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? What the fuck? And I just added in the chat the S1 and the S2 cleavage site. That's like the area where the chromosomes, where they can. It's hard to explain. It's the area where like a cleavage site. Like imagine you take a cleaver and you cleave a sausage in half. You know what I mean? And then you take another sausage and you cleave that sausage in half. The S1, S2 cleavage site is that they see the cut in the sausage. But it's like one sausage put together. You know what I mean? So you can't really tell if it's the original sausage, but it could be. You know what I'm saying? You
Mhm.
could have slid a separate sausage cutting into there and it wouldn't be abnormal. You understand what I mean?
Following.
So the presence of these two things in one organism, you know what I mean? The odds for each one of them happening should be leaning more towards not natural. Yeah, placement, exactly. It's called virus. Here, I have it written down. It's called virus passaging. That's what it's called. It goes into the passaging of the virus. You know what I mean? These things are anomalies in like the genome, in the chromosome of the actual virus. You know what I mean? The biological makeup, I should say. I'm not a fucking molecular biologist or evolutionary. You know what I mean? I've said it a million times. We're just regular fucking dudes. But the presence of so many, how do you say it? Like anomalous
Mhm.
findings. You know what I mean? You would think that there'd be one, two, but there's a lot. There's more than there should be.
Yeah. I'm a simple guy, man. Batman told me not to believe in coincidence, so I don't.
Placement, yeah, exactly, Sharon. I'm just saying, just look into it because I don't know, and that's what I've found so far, and that's up to what my believing is, based on what I've read. And if you guys have some other information, please share it with us. This is what we need to know because obviously my understanding isn't exactly fucking peer reviewable. You know what I mean? So give us some more.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Throw it in the
Nobody's
Discord.
willing to peer review us. They just cancel us and ban us.
Exactly. Nope. Can't have that. Can't say that.
Can't ask those questions. There will be no questions. Just like a Biden press conference.
Sharon says, "Isn't it the DNA of the pathogen?" Yeah, it's like the genetic makeup, the genome of the actual virus itself. I just shared the Discord. If anybody else is out there that hasn't joined the Discord yet, or if you're new, go on and jump on in there, man. This is going to be our meeting place. We're pretty active on there daily for the most part. If something's going on, we're sending stories back and forth. So far, we're going to get it tuned in a little bit more to have it a little bit better separated in the categories, I think. But we're working on it.
Place to chat, place to hang out. Have a laugh, have a cry, all that. Dr. Fauci briefed world leaders that coronavirus could have escaped from the lab last spring before having an about face and coattailing himself to the narrative. It's funny. Seems like opinions change as facts come out.
Yeah, and we're not even throwing up like the reports. You know what I mean? These are like the bigger stories that have broke about Fauci. There's a lot of littler stories that are still being verified. You know what I mean? So things are popping off.
It's almost as if like somebody who would say last March, regarding all this shit, lab leak, the severity of the fucking virus. It just seems like the scientific thing to do is to wait for the facts and then form your own opinion, offset facts,
right,
as opposed to
There's nothing wrong with taking precaution. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's that everybody should be taking precautions. But to jump to conclusions, no, we're not even close to that yet.
Yeah, not even.
Do whatever you need to do to keep yourself safe, period. Like that's the golden rule.
Here's that op-ed piece, Wall Street Journal. The science suggests Wuhan lab leak. It's coming. It'll be on CNN pretty fucking soon. Virologist who told Fauci SARS-CoV-2 potentially engineered just nuked his Twitter account.
Yeah,
Took
that was
himself off.
That was one of the emails that we went through when it all popped off originally.
I think we're all caught up. I did not see that Vanity Fair article. I'm gonna fucking pop that up because that article had some shit in it. Some very interesting stuff.
Or to follow blindly, exactly. Going on Sharon.
Discord.
Sharon just threw up a comment talking about the state of science.
It's an ideology, just like all the others. It is. There's almost no difference between the ideology of science and any fucking major religion right now.
Dogma, for sure.
Yeah,
the dogma
absolutely.
is strong.
So Vanity Fair did an amazing fucking article on COVID, the lab leak theory inside the fight to uncover COVID-19 origin. And there's just a couple things here. Hopefully, you guys fucking go out and read this. The link to this is in the Discord. But I found some really interesting stuff, and there were receipts too. It wasn't just like sources say this or
anonymous sources reported.
Yeah. Former director of the CDC said he received death threats from fellow scientists after telling CNN that he thought the virus was likely escaped from a lab. I expected it from politicians. I didn't expect it from science. Shit, man, you got a PhD and you don't even science much? What the fuck, bro?
That's wild.
I've seen how new ideas have been treated, for a long fucking time.
Right? The best known scientists have been burned at the stake.
Exactly. Time and time again, people are vindicated years after their fucking deaths, unfortunately. It's a never-ending fucking cycle because facts are always evolving. Let me scroll down. Where is this one guy at? Here we go, right here. State Department official Thomas Donano wrote a memo charging that staff from his bureau were warned not to pursue an investigation into the origins of COVID-19 because it would open a can of worms. There's the face, there's the guy, there's the source. Here's the information. It seems like COVID was fortified. It seems like they fortified their what's it called? Their natural emergence theory.
Right. So this is what they call receipts. There's the guy that claimed this thing. If you want to look into the guy, feel free.
It's all right here. Check this article out for sure. What do we got here? There's actually a PDF in here too, which is also, I shared it in our Discord. There's one more spot that I wanted to fucking shed light on. What is this? Oh yeah, you remember the whistleblower in China?
The doctor that died in prison?
Yeah.
Of COVID?
Oh, another coincidence. Former National Security Advisor Matthew Pottinger said the conflicted status of leading experts would either approved or receive funding for gain-of-function research played a profound role in muddying the waters and containing the shot at having impartial inquiry.
Well, you don't say.
It sounds
Deputy National Security Advisor.
sounds a lot like fortification to me. Sounds like a well-funded cabal of like-minded
I
people
was
coming
just about
together
to say.
to change laws and change opinions.
I was just about to say, how exactly did Time word that? A well-funded, shadowy cabal.
Yeah, it was a shadow campaign that saved the election.
That's what it is. A well-funded shadow campaign. Exactly.
Yeah. Check this article out. The receipts are there. And once I read this article, I was like, well, it's happening. We are weeks away, maybe a few short months away from the smoking gun in this thing, and somebody's gonna get the chop, and then we're gonna move on with our fucking lives. It's happening.
I don't know, man. I worry about China. I really do. Because like we started off talking about Taiwan a little bit. The more and more I look at it, man, that if it does come down to it and they take Taiwan, if it's militarily, it means war with us. That's what it means. Everybody kind of agrees on that, right? Like if they militarily take Taiwan back.
Oh, didn't we let Russia just take a little bit of Ukraine?
You think that's what's good? That's what the plan is? We're just gonna do nothing?
I don't think it's going to be I don't think it'll be a military event at all. It'll be exactly what they're doing here, man. They're just going to subvert the culture, and stick their hands in somebody's pockets.
So if we see, I don't know how to word this the right way. You know what I mean? But if we can facilitate Taiwan standing on its own 2 feet, then I think China will militarily try to take Taiwan.
Taiwan's going to be the Asian Jerusalem.
But if my whole point was that if China does hit the go button, they would also have to have already assumed that it means war with us. You know what I mean? So they wouldn't go to Taiwan without probably hitting us first. You know what I mean? Like, what would the alternative be? To attack Taiwan and hope we do nothing and give us a chance to rally our
But here's
army?
the thing, though. Do you really think that they have to hope? You don't think? I don't buy for a second that there's not fucking communications and that motherfuckers are in the dark with what the fuck each other are fucking doing, man. I've held the opinion for a long time that the world is profitable.
I think these
people like their profits, and nobody wants to blow up the fucking money trains. Like the big world leaders. Yeah, I don't see it, man. I don't see the big fucking conflict there.
Our government did notice what was going on with Huawei. You know what I mean? They did actually do something about what was happening with the tech coming out of China.
Mm-hmm.
And Taiwan it's different than the Ukraine and the Crimea. You know what I mean? Because they are one of the 3 major suppliers of microchips. You know what I mean? So it changes the game if China is in direct control of that supply or that resource. You know what I mean?
Why can't we make our own fucking microchips?
Well, there's 3 different countries, and I believe we have one company out of the 3 top companies that do. I believe you might if someone out there.
Why are we not making all of our own fucking chips?
Right. But that's exactly what I mean by Taiwan's different. Like, if that were to happen, war would be all but guaranteed. You know what I mean? Because America could not survive doing that.
I don't know,
themselves.
man. I don't so much believe in anybody's gonna blow up the fucking money train, man. Because just like, so China's gonna fucking destroy us and forego the billions of dollars of shit that we buy from them every fucking year. I don't buy it.
Their economy, they're not really about money. I don't think they're about the money. I think their entire economy is built to facilitate their purpose. You know what I mean? It's not to support their population. They have a direct goal, and that's all they care about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what's gonna make that goal happen? Power, money, resources.
But it's not even like a question of if their economy could handle that kind of war. The question is is their economy built as a weapon for that war, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
No, that's an interesting take.
Yeah, Biden will wag his finger, maybe. That's what I mean. I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I've been listening to a lot of other podcasts. There's this podcast every morning during the week. It's called In My Humble Opinion with Mike Parenti on Twitch. It's here, I'll throw it up in the Twitch chat real quick. I believe it's Preacher 570. He's had some really, really interesting guests lately. And
oh shit. CNN, I'm sorry to interrupt. CNN's got a new ticker up. Mass shootings this year. People killed, people injured. Wow. It looks like they dropped the vaccination ticker quick.
yeah, it's going to be guns, and then it's going to be climate change. They're going to talk about how many extreme weather events have happened this year. Watch.
I want to know how accurate these numbers are. Are they really counting all the mass shootings?
No.
Like all of them?
No.
I don't think so.
I read a stat the other day that up until this point this year in Chicago alone, there have been 120 people shot and killed under the age of 18 so far this year.
But CNN doesn't count them if they just died alone. It's got to be a twofer. It's got to be at least a twofer for CNN to acknowledge it.
Yeah, I think what is the mass shooting thing? The mass shooting definition, statistic wise, is three deaths, and it could include the shooter himself. So 2 deaths in the shooter or 3 deaths. That's what constitutes a mass shooting. But I think in cities like ours, you know what I mean? I think a lot more people get like this weekend. I think there was something else where 8 people got shot at the same time, but only 1 guy died. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how is that not a mass shooting? You know what I'm saying? I see you got something shared. Was that just preloading, or you want me to throw that up there?
Oh, it's just preloading.
Okay. Little Mama says, dropping like flies in Chicago. Yeah, last year was horrible. And our numbers so far are raised, I think they said 22% in Chicago so far this year compared to last year. And last year was high.
You'd think with all this killing that goes on here, there'd be an abundance of resources. My homies still don't have a PS5 yet.
For real. For real, though.
You'd think there'd be an abundance of shit.
I'm telling you. Microchips, bro. Taiwan. Shortages. Shit's going on, man.
So maybe we should start some fucking microchip companies here in the fucking States.
I watched a video on Critically
good.
Thinking Veterans show earlier he was on, and he played a video. I think it was from YouTube, and it said that the building microchips takes like a fucking $10 billion investment to build the factory, and it's only good for, what do you say, like 3 to 5 years before the technology advances again. So it takes a real lot of money to be able to do it.
But I'm sure it's fucking profitable.
Oh yeah,
And
I mean, but you have to have those billions of dollars up front to even try.
Mhm. You have to have the capital, and you have to have your finger on innovation.
Yeah, for sure. Which is why Taiwan is such a big deal.
Did you see Kamala Harris's niece or whatever the fuck she is, the model, is rocking a mullet now?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Like the rocker, the, what do they call it? What do they call it? The like the punk rock, but not punk rock. You know what I mean? The chicks where they shave the sides of their heads.
Yeah. It ain't much of a mullet. It's just, I don't know. I don't even know what to say, what to call it besides money laundering and payoffs.
Yeah, I hear you. What else we got? What else is going on out there? Anything scrolling on the bottom of Grimace TV?
Oh, they're on commercial right now. That mass shooting thing is fucking interesting, though. Just gotta come for our guns.
Hey man, that's the one good thing about this lockdown, though, is that there's so many new gun owners, so many brand new gun owners. Like, more people have changed their outlook on being able to defend themselves when witnessing so much violence. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Makes it harder for them to come and take them. I'm completely pro Second Amendment, period. Shall not be infringed. I'm almost on the complete constitutional carry. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need shit. Once you're 18, you're allowed to have a gun, period. You know what I mean?
I'm not that loose with it. I mean,
Right.
definitely
I said almost.
should try to keep them out of the hands of fucking felons. I mean, your mental health is your fucking business, but I mean, we should at least try. I mean, at the very least, should just be training. I mean, I'm all for gun safety, gun training, because that should weed out the people that fucking, should weed out a lot of fucking problems.
Mandatory
right there.
training. If you,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, but it should be, bring back rifle ranges in fucking schools,
Yeah, exactly.
Start them out with fucking paintball when they're fucking
Exactly.
young, and airsoft, and work them up to fucking, yeah.
Simply, even if just for the off chance, you know what I mean? If you're in a life or death situation and there is a gun and you don't know how to use it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Even if you're anti-gun, even
You're
if
just
it's
a
not
victim.
your gun, if you're in a life or death situation in Call of Duty, you know what I mean?
Yep. In the streets of Portland, because we all know that that's not real, nor is the idea. So we could just we could use that. None of that's real.
Yeah, it's not even a real state.
It's all make believe.
Is anybody out there in chat? Anybody want to jump on paddle with us? Anybody got any ideas they want to share? Anything we want to talk about? Let us know what's up in the chat section here.
Got a little bit longer. Could hang out here, and I got to start getting ready to go to the movies in a little bit.
Right on.
taking out the niece. I'm gonna go see a scary movie.
Little Mama says thank you. I was gonna say that a while ago. Sorry.
And if you want, you could bring up the bodega.
Let's do it.
The Chords V Plugs bodega is live. I don't know if you guys were here earlier. We unveiled the Clap You Dumb Bastard shirts, perfect for USO shows and other patriotic events. Get you one for the 4th of July. It'll be a fucking hit.
I think I'm actually gonna buy one of those tank tops.
The Clap You Dumb Bastards tank tops. Yeah, I tried to make it a few forms, throw some hoodies on there for once it starts getting cold again. We got some hats coming. I'm gonna get a bunch of these leggings and start handing them out to ladies at the gym. Get some free advertising. That works. But yeah, new ideas are coming. You know, as we come up with some good stuff here on the show, I'll be sure to fucking start designing them, start making them. Got hats coming. We're gonna try to come up with as much funny, fucking clever shit and fucking put it out there.
Yeah, any
Just
ideas?
having fun.
Any ideas that carry themselves? We're gonna try and let it ride. You know, why not? I think it's fucking awesome. It's clever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect for the times. It's perfect. Little Mama says that's why innocent people getting shot, because they don't know how to use a gun.
Yeah, for sure. Most innocent people here in the city fucking don't even know how to get a gun. You know, only the criminals know how to get fucking guns or have access to guns.
Yep, you got to talk to the guy robbing you.
And it's by design.
Yep. Sharon Cheers says, "What do you guys think of the Mayweather-Paul fight?" Yeah, we didn't talk about that at all. Did you watch it, Red?
I did watch it.
I also watched it. What did you think?
I think that the Paul boy looked like an amateur, as I expected him to.
I think it was a bad look for boxing again.
I mean, it wasn't a real fight, though. It was an exhibition. But yeah, I mean, Floyd didn't look bad. Floyd was fighting a dude that he shouldn't have been in the ring with, you know, way fucking taller, way fucking, you know, the age alone, because the age is also his inexperience. So, you know, you could toss that to the side, but just the size, just the reach and the weight.
I think he weighed in like 30 pounds more, right?
Yeah, he couldn't hit him. He couldn't touch Floyd.
He couldn't touch him at all. He was waving.
And it got to the point like around like the 3rd or the 4th round where Floyd just started, he put his two hands up in front of his face and he was literally just walking him down, right into fucking to Paul's shit.
Yeah, no, he was just playing with him, you know what I mean? It was like a good spar for him. That's what it was.
He was gassed too. He was exhausted. But the kid spent more time thinking about what Pokemon card he was going to walk out to the ring with than actually fucking training for it.
It's fucking hilarious too, because in the first round, right at the end of the first round, when Logan Paul put on just one big flurry as soon as they clapped the sticks, you know what I mean? He probably a 5, 6, 7 punch little flurry right to finish the round. Everybody was like, "Oh yeah, he won that round for sure." I was like, he probably did, but that cost him probably 3 rounds. You know what I mean? He's not going to have it now.
Yeah, I said it too. I said he's gassed
immediately.
Yep, for sure. He never stood a chance. And Floyd wouldn't have took the fight if the kid had a fucking chance.
But he didn't hit the fucking canvas though. That's what I was expecting. That was like the thing that would have been respectable about
what that Floyd was going to knock him out.
Just drop him once.
No, that wasn't going to happen.
Make him take a knee from a liver shot or something like that. You know what I mean? Being the best ever, the legendary
body shot, maybe, but that hasn't been Floyd's game for a long time, man. Floyd's game is that you can't hit him.
Oh yeah, there were a couple punches that he landed that 5 years ago would have knocked people out. He hit him with one of those little check hooks where he caught him stepping in.
Yeah, he got him with a good
dropped. It did drop Ricky Hatton. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but also the size difference also has a lot to do with that as well.
Yeah, for sure.
He's punching a much larger fucking person who can,
sure.
bone density, bone structure, all that shit. It all adds up. There are weight classes for a reason, ladies
I
and
just
gentlemen.
hate that they added. I was conflicted the whole time because Logan Paul came out to church music and I was feeling it actually. Like the aura was good, and I don't like the Paul boys. You know what I mean? I don't like him at
Mhm.
all. I wanted to hate everything about what he chose, and I hated the Pokemon card around his neck. So it started good, but then he came out, and I was like, yeah, I can't really motherfuck this guy right now. He's got church music going on. And then just seeing how much fun he was having, like, yeah, I could totally see myself cheesing just like this fucking cat right now. But I don't like him at all. I wanted to see his head get fucking knocked off. But because he didn't get dropped, because he didn't get knocked out or even, knocked down, it forces me to at least have to respect him a little bit. And
Nah,
it's
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I mean, just his balls for getting in the ring with the guy.
Nope. I'd get in the ring with Floyd Mayweather right fucking now. I don't expect to fucking win to be able to hit him, but I'm not in any fucking danger either.
Yeah.
He was in no fucking danger. There's you're not going to get knocked out with a couple body shots in a fucking 8 3-minute round fight. It's not going to fucking happen. Floyd's not going to hang out within your reach long enough to really beat your fucking body up that bad.
Yeah. Floyd was wearing him like a coat. There was a whole lot of fucking holding.
There was no respect for fucking Paul gained at all. Floyd looked better. He surprised me. He looked better than I thought he would after being away from the game for so long. He looked decent, but yeah, he doesn't have that punching power, but you still can't fucking hit him. Yeah, I would like to see Floyd fight more guys, closer to his size, just so you could just watch him fucking dance on these fucking dudes. But yeah, I don't respect the Pauls at all. I think his brother's trying to fight Tyrone Woodley.
Yeah, and I hope signed already. That's done.
I hope that's actual MMA, real fucking MMA rules. None of this exhibition bullshit. I hope the Paul doesn't outweigh him by 50 fucking pounds. I hope they're close to the same fucking weight, and we can see what the fuck, what where your skills are against a trained fighter your size. Fuck all the excuses,
From what I understand, that Tyrone Woodley fight is a boxing fight.
Oh, what the fuck? See, This is bullshit. It's all fucking games and gimmicks, and the kids get no fucking respect. I was talking about it at the bar when this shit was on, man. I'll beat that fucking kid's ass. He's a rich kid from California. The education that you get on the streets of Chicago, there's walk down the street and find 6 kids tougher than this motherfucker. That'll beat the shit out of him right now. Right fucking now. With all the king's horses and all the king's men training this fucking fool. It's nothing for real fucking life.
For sure. I don't like the brother at all.
But I don't like none of them. I myself have double-digit knockouts in these streets. It's fuck the rich kids that these guys have sucker punched on fucking YouTube videos and shit like that.
Right.
Nah, no respect. Absolutely zero respect from the streets.
I still don't like either of them, period. I wanted Logan Paul to look like he ate some shellfish that he was allergic to. You know what I mean? I wanted to see his head blown up like he was stung by a million bumblebees.
It's too big for that. Much too big for that to fucking happen. This whole fight was just about Floyd going in there and not getting touched by this guy and showing him that you got a long way to go.
You mad, bro? Me or him? Me or Red, Buckeye?
We're loud over here on the south side of Chicago, man. We loud.
Buckeye's a loud guy too. Well, you around, Buckeye? You want to jump on panel bullshit for a little bit? You got stuff going on.
And I ain't mad. I don't bet against Floyd Money Mayweather. I have nothing to be fucking mad about. It went exactly as I said it would. But I am mad that the Tyrone Woodley fight isn't going to be MMA. You're getting another MMA fighter to not fight MMA, which is it's just stupid.
Yeah, as far as I understand, Woodley is a wrestler too, and
he's not known for his striking. Exactly.
He's better than Askren though. at fighting, at boxing.
Hmm.
So it's
Shit's
definitely
weak.
a step up, but it's not a big step up. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
He ain't
Nope.
out there with nobody with any fucking hands. That's for sure.
These kids are just collecting checks. That's all it is.
They're doing it though. They're making fucking bank. Reportedly, Mayweather took home 100 million, and Logan Paul took home 20 million. That's what I heard. I mean, that's obviously not fucking confirmed, but that's what I heard.
Showtime dropped the ball too. I don't know how they're going to get all that money because a shit ton of people couldn't even watch the fight. The people that bought it through Showtime.
Yeah, their streaming service went down.
Mm-hmm.
Their internet service. So if you didn't buy it on your like cable provider, if you just bought it on the internet, it fucked up and they yeah, I heard about that.
Showtime will be issuing some fucking refunds. I know people that were trying to get it on there, and I'm just laughing like shit. Watch this shit on my phone, man.
Right?
Been watching this shit for free since high school.
It makes you think
you
like
guys are paying for fights? What?
Right? And there were what, 3 or 4 different fights? Didn't Chad Johnson fight?
Yeah, Chad Johnson. He didn't really get knocked out, but he got knocked down.
Knocked down, right? Yeah. But yeah, it makes you think like who the fuck are they selling this to? Like where are they getting the money to pay to recoup any of this? Because it's 120 million just in the prize fighters. You know what I mean? Not even the production, the crew, the fucking, so much more money goes into that. How are they paying for this shit? Who's ordering these fights still?
Yeah, especially this one.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and it can't be the fucking little kids that are the Paul cult following. You know what I'm saying? Because they're the generation that knows exactly how to fucking find what they want on the internet without paying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So who is still paying for this stuff? How are they doing this? I don't get it, but I like Morrow. Morrow's probably the best play-by-play color announcer there is in the game, period, right now. Morrow Ronaldo with his John Travolta from Pulp Fiction haircut.
Biden invites Ukraine president to White House in July. Gonna talk. Hey, how did that transition go? So I get some pointers for this this Taiwan situation.
Yeah, I know it's a sore subject.
What could Putin have done better so we can make this Taiwan thing go as smooth as possible?
Right? Too soon? Oh man, yeah, it's going to be interesting. There is still an investigation into an investment firm dealing with Ukraine going on in the FBI right now. So even the Ukraine, the first impeachment, even that stuff's not even over yet. I had to bring it way back there to the first impeachment.
Yeah, no shit. Well, will any of that ever be resolved? I don't think so at this point. Because he's already making his fucking return. They gotta try to go for impeachment 3 now. Before we could even
what is the left willing to do to stop him from coming back? That's what I think the situation we're in right now.
Oh, and it's so fucked up because he's not the problem at all. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's not the savior. He's not the end all be all.
The guy that has a chance against the machine.
Yeah, he's literally all it is. He's literally just the guy with the best chance right now, and
exactly.
It's telling. It's so telling at how fucking frightened and threatened
like
these scholars are.
I'm to the point where DeSantis might be the better option actually, but he doesn't have a chance to win. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to happen. I just can't see it unless Biden has the worst possible presidency in the history of America, which is probably not going to be very far off.
Yeah, it's happening, but will the narrative allow people to fucking see it?
Will it carry him? You know what I mean? As it carried him to the finish line, will it carry him through it? No. It's going to be real fucking interesting. And I hate that we're asking ourselves these questions. You know what I mean? But again, it just leads me to the next question. Like, he's not going to be here for much longer. He's in his 80s, isn't he? You know what I mean? Like, what's next? Who's next? Who takes up the mantle on both sides? Because obviously old Prez, he's only got so much time left. You know what I mean?
Hopefully, Rand Paul's kids are spending a lot of time at Grandpa's house.
Yeah, I fuck with that. We should start GoFundMe's for Rand Paul's fucking grandkids. Yeah, I'm worried though, man. You know what I mean? Because
Oh shit! Anonymous just dropped a second Elon Musk hit piece, and Elon replied to it.
what? Let's get it.
Laughing faces. All right, bring fucking Twitter back up.
78. That's how old Trump is. So, fuck, man. He's gonna be 81, running for re-election if he runs. Fuck.
Yeah, they need to not. We don't need any. I don't think we need any more old guys. Like, we need to definitely get younger. Oh, what the fuck? Not financial advice. Is this guy? Oh, where the fuck is this at?
Yeah, I'm interested.
2 hours ago. All right, here it is.
Let's get it.
Close that.
Oh, okay. Sharon says that Biden is 78. He's not running. He just doesn't know that he's not running for re-election yet. They haven't told him. They probably have to remind him that he ran this time all the time. Trump is 74, so he'll be. Yeah, Trump is going to outlast Biden as far as length. You know what I mean? If Biden lives to 82,
Oh,
then Trump is going to live till 84 just out of spite. So I think we're fine there.
this might not be a real anonymous video. I think it's a troll.
I think we lost your audio there, Red.
Just scanning this fucking video
Oh, okay.
to see what it is. Yeah, I don't think it's a real anonymous video.
Buckeye says that'll be the only thing that will be time for running. You think so, Buckeye? Are you that sure that Trump runs again, no matter what?
This is another message from Anonymous for Elon Musk. We will continue to expose you. We will never rest. Our message today is that Tesla is basically worthless, and investors should run, not walk from their position. Sell everything or lose everything. Essentially, what we have here is a busted growth story. If you look at month-over-month numbers in 3 small villages in eastern Poland, you will see that Tesla...
Wait.
Who is this? How are you in my transmission?
Is this Gordon Johnson?
Who is this Jordan Gonson you speak of?
No, Gordon Johnson, the guy that's been wrong about Tesla for years now. It's you.
I have no idea who that person is. They sound very intelligent. As I was saying, essentially Tesla is a busted growth story. You sell your Tesla stock, buy GM stock, or prepare for doom.
Dude, it's totally you. It's Gordon. You're not fooling anybody.
Do you hear the static? Our transmission is breaking up. Definitely not Gordon Johnson. Must sign off now. Anonymous. Out.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Sharon says, well, Buckeye says that Biden doesn't know what day it is. Completely agree. And then Sharon says Trump will be 75 June 14th. So he'll be 78 when the campaign, when the election happens, the next
It's
one.
too fucking old. It's what's literally holding the right back from, it's really as simple as that. He's from, even
I don't know, bro. Did you see the speech? He actually looks pretty good. Trump's he's hanging in there, man. Those processed saturated fats and shit from McDonald's.
But we've talked about it, man. Just the never Trump crowd isn't gonna fucking go away. The brainwashing is fucking done. They need to find new younger fucking faces that are with the fucking times, that have real fucking solutions to fucking things, real fucking compromises, and not just we'll never do this, we'll never agree to this because of whatever fucking reason. Got to be willing to fucking deal, got to be able to deal, but also be able to fucking.
But then, like I said, man, like he's the only one right now. He's the only one that could actually get the dub.
Shit, I don't think he can. I don't think he fucking can, man. Not the way that those people were throwing trash and garbage at the USA soccer team last night. I don't think there's a shot. We know who all these new refugees are voting for. We know where it's going. I think the best bet is to just strategize for going forward, and once all these new citizens get their American education and they start realizing, I mean, what taxation is really like, and lower tax rates, and hey, you're an American now. Do you want to protect some of this shit that you're enjoying here, or are we just gonna tear it all fucking down? And like I said, Trudeau's gonna face the invasion of they're gonna have the white refugees.
The American refugees.
Exactly.
That's an interesting thought, man, because I honestly, in my honest opinion, I think that Trump could win. He's the only one out of the Republican camp right now, is the way things stand right now, barring whatever could happen in between now and then, that still can win. So if he doesn't run, and if he doesn't win, if he does run and doesn't win, or he doesn't run at all, we just have to resign ourselves to the fact that we're going to be under Democratic executive. The executive branch is going to be Democratic for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, maybe 10 years or so, and these people get to, realize there was a time before $7 gas.
Right.
$8 gallon of milk.
That's what it just doesn't get. Like, I understand people don't like him, but anybody that's like a traditionalist or a conservative, anybody that sees themselves center right, or sometimes even center left, because liberals are considered conservatives now. You know what I mean? It's like anybody that can't see that by being a never Trumper, you're basically guaranteeing that the other side is gonna call the shots for everybody.
I won't be voting for Trump in the next election.
Right. But you're not a Republican that's anti-Trump. You know what I mean?
I mean, I wasn't a never Trumper, but the way that he walked away and then like uncovering the spending that he did, which we uncovered on this show. I'm definitely getting more towards that. Like, yeah, this dude is establishment. He's really not an outsider. He just wants to play the fucking game. And, you know, this is just all about personal fucking gains, as, you know, as I suspected all the fucking long. That, you know, the people out there that would say that, you know, he gave up his billionaire lifestyle. Like, oh yeah, there's absolutely nothing to gain from being president of the United fucking States.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely took a hit, but it was only because he was president. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he was not president, he would be finding a way to capitalize on whatever he was getting. You know what I mean? He just wasn't allowed to capitalize on his brand, which is why he took the hit. And I mean, you and I have talked about it a bunch, even on this podcast. Like, there are plenty of things that he did absolutely wrong, plenty of things he did questionable, plenty of things that put us in really bad positions for the future.
Yeah. The shit that he just allowed to happen under his very fucking nose and just watched happen.
But even still, I would vote for him right now. If the vote was today, Biden and Trump, or Trump and anybody that ran in the last election cycle on the Democrat side, I would still vote for Trump. I'd have to.
No, the lesser of two evils will always be an irresponsible decision. Oh, I will not spite vote. I will not,
Sometimes
settle.
you just need you need to splint it while you're on your way to the emergency room. You know what I mean? Sharon says, LOL with the McDonald's preservatives. Trump's going to last forever, bro. He eats McDonald's French fries. And Coca-Cola. Yeah, Diet Coke. He's going to last forever. He's going to be 108.
His insides are rust-free.
Rust-free. Completely rust-free. He could eat T-bone steaks because the Coke had completely dissolved the bones. Yeah, this is kind of where I was going next, Buckeye, is because either one way, in my optimistic outlook, I think that Trump could still win. I hope that DeSantis as a secondary option can win. But aside from those two, then we're looking at Democrat executive branch for the next, like you said, probably 10 years after this. You know what I mean? So
need an overhaul for sure.
So then what? Then we go to the Senate. We go to the House. You know what I mean? The House, it's looking like the House is we have a real good chance of taking over the House right now with the midterms coming up, because the last midterm, there were more Republicans that were up for re-election. And this midterm coming up, there's more Democrats that are up for re-election. You know what I mean? So we have a really good chance of taking the House. And the Senate is even. Like right now, the Senate is even. So, I mean, then what do we got? We have a Democrat president with a complete Republican House, or a split Congress. I mean, a complete Republican Congress, or a split Congress. Or do you think the Democrats can, like, further the lead that they have right now?
I haven't fully decided on, my prediction for that yet. It's still up in the air to me whether, people are opening their eyes as to, where this administration is going, where the gas prices already fucking are, the inflation on every fucking where, that maybe people are going to start, remembering, like, oh shit, shit really doesn't cost this much and it really shouldn't. Maybe try to, locally make the right fucking changes and the right fixes. But right now, I don't know.
I'm kind of banking on this current session of Congress and this current administration fucking things up bad enough to where we probably take both. I think that's the way that I'm leaning right now in my prognostication.
Like, CNN viewership is down, so people.
I mean, aside from president completely, like not even thinking about the presidential race, just Senate and the House.
I don't know. I don't know because they got their guy in the White House. You know, that was the big task. So the propaganda machines are, you know, they've got one task now. You know, it's on to the next task.
Yep.
And we'll see when the full focus is on, you know, consolidating this power, gaining this power, and holding this power.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I mean,
we'll see what kind of fortification is done.
Did after this midterm, if the Democrats take complete control over the House again, and if they can, I'm just thinking, man, like, what if, you know what I mean? If they could cement the majority in the Senate, then things are going to get fucking rough, period. If it's just the Senate changes, you know
And,
what I mean?
I'm colonizing, baby. I'm out.
Imperial fucking Imperial Rangers. Start a new age of imperialism. Just start go colonizing the fucking.
Oh no, I'm gonna ask the people if it's cool. Like, hey man, I'm gonna set a hammock up here. Y'all good with this? All right, cool.
All right, I'll be over here then.
Yeah. Y'all want to learn some first world shit and, you know, teach me how to fish over here. You know, we could exchange some info. Other than that, I'll be here chilling. Most biggest threat to democracy today, over here in this tree, chilling.
All right.
Y'all ain't got a democracy here, so y'all are safe. Y'all good. Don't worry.
Right on, man. Well, yeah, I think that about fucking covers everything that's happened since the last time we were on.
Yeah, definitely wanted to hop on and get that AOC shit out here. It had to happen. Fuck Matt Walsh, but there's all for Abuela.
It's all about Abuela. Let me I'm gonna throw up the Discord one more time for anybody that's still in or just got here or anything like that. We've been talking about doing a little bit more instead of only this weekly podcast thing, because we've been kind of working on the schedule lately. I mean, everybody that's been with us realizes already that we've been going back and forth and trying to figure out the right amount of days and the right amount of time in between shows. But we're thinking we're just going to do this show one day a week, the Chords V plugs, and then we might add some more content in during the week, some more like open discussions, some panel discussions maybe on Twitch. So join the Discord, man. If you're new, if you're watching this, you know, post publication, whatever. If you're watching it as a VOD, join the Discord here, and let's do some stuff.
Before we do sign off, I did have something scribbled down in the bottom of my notes that I didn't get to today. I was noticing somebody that basically there's somebody that I know that used to run around with the fucking fidget spinner, kind of a fucking dork, and he got into, you know, really super fucking religious since then. And I sort of, you know, was, you know, contemplating on it, and I was like, man, a fidget spinner certainly does look like a crucifix. Like, was it hypnotizing him? Like, did all proceeds from fidget spinners go directly to the Pope? Just shit I contemplate from time to time.
Just the shape of the fidget spinner.
Yeah, it was fucking hypnotizing our youth and indoctrinating them.
Right, My Pillow commercial in the background.
Yeah.
Sharon says another great philanthropic, thought-provoking stream. Appreciate you, Sharon.
Thank you.
We appreciate you coming through and spending so much time with us. It makes it a lot more interesting.
Absolutely. It's the engagement. I mean, even if there was nobody here, we'd probably still do it, but definitely love having you guys with us.
Buckeye says, my son said he heard a bad word.
Oh, yeah. Well, tell them not to go outside because they're cussing out there too.
Sorry about that, Buckeye. We're not exactly fully
Yeah.
family friendly.
No, yeah, for sure.
But at least he knows well enough to know it's a bad word
Yeah.
and tell you to tell us to stop it instead of just going out and using the word. You're doing a bang up job, Buckeye.
As long as he's not calling for us to be censored. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm gonna go catch a flick in a little bit. Hope everybody has a good week. Hope you're all well.
Remember,
Stay positive.
stay positive. And with that, we're out.
Drop